Okay, here's the instructions and the stickers. And again, you know, the stickers are very primitive, very crude designs. I only used one sticker in the Demon Portal because these are crude. They're just crude. They look very childlike to me. That doesn't interest me. Again, a 4-year-old, will he care? Here's the another figure. And all that goes with it. So a lot of the parts that you get with this, thankfully, because I hate building stuff personally, I'm not into any of that. A lot of these go on the figures, and depending on how you want to use this or not. As I said, a young kid most likely is going to lose all these things. Here's a ladder. And what came with that was a lot of these that shoot out of the cannons. So we'll also see how that works to see if that's any. It's got a rubber tip on this, making it relatively safe. We're going to have to see what kind of force those generate. They usually underpower these things for safety, and of course that ruins the effect for serious gamers. Now, let me see if we can put something here. Where can I balance this a little better on? I mean, this box is so big that's very difficult, but here's the actual instructions. As I said, I'm going to go over these more detail. This looks like the exact same these are the exact same pages that were in the Demon Portal, giving you a background on this particular set. Then we go into the actual construction here, which again is pretty much very simple to put together here. It appears some of these things tend to be a wee bit confusing, but it just depends how much. But you know, I don't like building, so everything tends to be a little confusing to me. I just want the finished product. But a lot of these little things, as I said, most of the parts here are going to be going towards the figures. I would say that of that 100, and I forget what they say here, 135 pieces, I would probably say that 60 of those are the little, 60 to 70 are the little pieces that go with the figures, which I have really no interest in. So here's the portal, the tower, instructions. As I said, I'm going to film these separately so people that need a physical reference like this can kind of look at them quickly in the future. This kind of shows you all the parts, which may be helpful to some people. You can always stop your video if you want to look at something in particular. And here's a list of all the little parts. And basically this tells you what comes with the set. It's an inventory of all the stuff. You can identify it, etc. Which is helpful in some construction projects. Now here we go showing some other sets. Now these are in the Novelmore series, and they have all these other cool, this is a fire thing, they've got this Egyptian spirit thing. What else here? Here's those other sets I was talking about that go with the Vale. And of course, this is the typical back you have with all of the instructions. And it's a well-printed brochure, 100% full color, good paper. So, I mean, that was done all right. As I said, the problem is the and it looks like this one, I don't know if these are, let's see if these are actually, Yeah, those are actually stickers that were applied on there already at the factory. And again, I find them to be kind of childish. The detail just isn't there. But as I said, I'm sure their argument is that, you know, this is for 4-year-olds. So, and that's who this is going to go to. But again, the box is too big. It's not packed right. They could cut down on a lot of paper with both of these bigger sets if they made the boxes right, if they actually fitted the parts better and wrapped them better. This is typical of a lot of plastic sets, which they just do this because if it flops around in there and things are still wrapped in this kind of plastic, well, it sounds bad, but nothing really happens. So I guess it's an easy, low-cost way of doing things is to just kind of throw them in a box like this and try, instead of trying to fit them a little better. But, you know, if you're making $1 billion worth of toys, you think you could put them together in kind of a better holder and cut down on some of the cardboard you're using. But they want big boxes like this. You know, they want these big, giant boxes because they look impressive on the store shelves. When you're going to charge over $100 for something, you don't want a little box. It's just psychologically bad. So you're going to give people a giant box like this. So that's part of the process as well. These easily are just thrown in from the production place. Nothing needs to be overly fitted. And they've calculated, you know, what can bang together and what will not, and the damage that will be caused, which is going to be minimal to none. But this is the inside of it. It is this giant box, which, of course, if you open it correctly like I showed you, you can reuse the box if you want to. I don't know if people take things apart again. They assemble them and then take them apart. You may do that for a kid. Maybe you don't have room for this. Maybe the kid is tired of it. So you may want to put it back in the box if you want to do that. So let's turn this around again and show you the box. As I said, it's a huge box. It's a huge box, and certainly, as I said, that photographic artwork that they've added to really makes the whole product look cool and exciting, and something that everyone should enjoy and catch your attention. So you've seen all the parts. That's what's in there once it's assembled here, which will be the next video. The next video, I'll show you the finished tower, the finished figures, and we'll go from there and how many extra videos. As I said, I like to have one of the actual slow version of the actual instructions, then another version showing all the figures and accessories. So that way people can kind of look at these individually instead of this, like right now, it's just a big giant mess that you really can't make much out of in a video. But it does give you a good idea. That's what you get when you open the box. That's what you're going to get. Next, you'll see assemble, and then we'll get into the finite details.